The girl was pregnant out of wedlock and gave birth to a pair of dragon and phoenix children, but she didn't even hug them and abandoned them at her mother-in-law's doorstep, and then turned around and married a rich businessman, becoming a noblewoman and living a rich life. 20 years later, the brother and sister accidentally learned of their birth. They suddenly appeared in front of their mother, wanting to learn the truth about the abandonment of the year, but she did not want to recognize them, and called them liars. The two siblings are not willing to give up on this and must make their mom pay for abandoning her child. So May applies for a job as a mansion waitress to help out at her mom's house. When she reappeared in front of her mom, she was only shocked and upset. She didn't say a word and turned around to go to the restroom, closing the door before she burst into tears. With her own children on one side and her hard-won position as a rich and powerful woman on the other, she didn't know what to do. Brother Noel had been following behind his cousin who had fled the marriage, and when he realized that his cousin had driven into a guardrail, he hurriedly got out of the car to check his cousin's injuries, but fortunately he was just a little bit shocked and had no major injuries. While waiting for the traffic police to deal with, Noel took off his jacket to his cousin to put on, but also comforted his cousin a few words. Just as he ran off to get coffee for his cousin, Dejang received word that he had found his cousin. He knew that his cousin didn't want to marry him, but the engagement party had already been held and many famous people had come to attend, so he told his cousin to think for herself. After thinking about it for a while, the cousin still got into Big Strong's car. She wasn't doing it for Big Strong's family honor, she just didn't want to break her mother's heart. The two went back and carried on with the engagement party, and that's when Xiaomei realized that Dezhuang was the man who had used his jacket to keep the rain off of him a few days ago. Dezhuang also recognizes Xiaomei, and he takes the glass of wine from Xiaomei's tray and drinks it all in one somewhat depressing gulp. At the end of the banquet, the guests began to leave one after another. A woman put on her own coat a touch of the pocket. Then she said that she lost her diamond bracelet. Suman told her to look for it more carefully. The woman touched her pockets but couldn't find it. She insisted that the bracelet was stolen by someone, and immediately after that, she began to yell and scream that she wanted to find out her bracelet. The rich businessman heard the commotion and came in to ask what was going on. Hearing the woman say that the bracelet had been stolen, he immediately had the door closed and asked the butler to go and call all the employees to search the place. Xiaomei didn't understand what was happening, but the butler didn't care and wanted Xiaomei to start the search first. Xiaomei finds this insulting and won't let him touch her. The woman, however, says that if Xiaomei is resisting like this, she must be the one who stole it. The crowd all scrutinized her like a thief, and Suman just watched, not saying a word. Xiaomei shed tears of aggravation. She told the housekeeper to go to the police and let the officers do what needed to be done, what made her think that the thief was among their staff. Dezhuang also heard the commotion and came to the house. After learning what happened, he stopped the housekeeper. He states that no one has the right to search someone else, and tells the woman to bring her own jacket so he can look for it again, not realizing that the bracelet is actually in the pocket. He tells the woman to put her things away and that she can now apologize. The rich merchant tried to stop. After all, the woman was their honored guest. Dezhuang didn't care and insisted that the woman apologize. Xiaomei said she didn't accept the apology and then left in tears. Dezhuang went after her and apologized again, and offered to send Xiaomei back. Xiaomei did not accept and turned around to get on the bus. When she returned to the hotel, she told Noel about the incident and was saddened that her mother had stood by and watched as she was wrongly accused, but never said a word to help her from start to finish. After thinking all night, Suman finds the hotel where Xiaomei and Noel are staying, but she's not here to recognize the siblings. She still doesn't acknowledge their relationship with her and asks what the purpose of the two approaching her is.